And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Howdy everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at an expansion for Tidal Blades Heroes of the Reef. This expansion, Angler's Cove expansion. Now, as the Dice Tower as a whole, we took a look at Tidal Blades about a month or so ago, but I want to take a look at this expansion real quickly. This is an expansion I expect many people to add to the game. I know this because my deluxe version has spots in it here for the 5th player stuff. There's plenty of room for it because I knew you would use it. This adds a 5th character, the ability to use a 5th player, and something new, although something we've seen before in other games. Let me show you. So there are two halves to this expansion. One, it adds the 5th character, and you can now play with 5 players, which I cannot emphasize enough you should not do. The game is already, I think, too long with 4, adding 5. But if you want to, you got the extra dice, extra pieces. And then we got Sagashi, who's a new character. With the standee here, we have his... we painted the miniature for him. My daughter painted it. He's like a... I don't know, some sort of frog dude here. And he has some cool abilities. In fact, some of his abilities, in a sense, are about fighting monsters. You can see here. And also about the rolling the wild sides. But he has 3 cards that specifically help him fight monsters. He has my favorite upgrade card there is, where everyone else shows the top card of their character deck, and then he gets one of them. I like that. But you'll see here when he rolls 2 or more of these to complete a challenge, you can take his island bonus again. So a lot of different cards, and he has a very different feel than the other characters in the game. He's also orange, and that's pretty much what he does. The other half of the expansion has to do with outcast tokens. There's a new section here, Angler's Cove, and you'll notice the spots here are amazing. Go here, get 2 shells, 2 fruit, and a die. Go here and get a market card for free, and you get to refresh a die. Go here and get 2 different cards, a stunt card, and they're really great spots. But if you go there, you also draw an outcast token. Outcast tokens have risk on them from 1 to 4. At the end of the game, whoever has the most risk is going to lose 5 points. But even more dangerous, 2 of the tokens in here have these negative points on them, which if any player draws then each of these tokens is worth -1 and -2 if both of them have been drawn. So there's some real dangers taking these risks. Like I said, these are great. They're not the only things. There are stunts and things that have to do with the different tokens. As we go through here, you'll notice there's more added. But it says, if completed, discard an outcast token. If completed, double trait rewards and draw an outcast token. So some make you draw them, some let you get rid of these tokens. There are market cards, which are fantastic. This is a risky deal here. +1, but you take a risky deal. 3 shells. And the only thing, there's no cost on it. You're just going to draw an outcast token here. You can get rid of 1 by mitigating your risk. Here, you can take 3 and you give everyone else 1. So that's basically what this does. It just adds different cards. It even adds a couple new monsters. Well, they're not really monsters. They're smugglers. And if you don't fight them, there's a good chance that you will draw outcast tokens. And if you do fight them, you can even get rid of an outcast token with the suspicious hunters. So you can add this whether you play with a 5th player or not. This is very akin to a must-have expansion if you like Tidal Blades. Obviously, the 5th character is good. You don't need the 5th character, but having 5 different characters to choose from is nice. As I said, and some people might want the 5-player experience, but the general rule that I have holds true that if a game does not come with a certain number of players, 99% of the time, you shouldn't add those extra players. But you can if you want. Now, the outcast tokens, that's the whole point of this. It's nice. This is not, again, something new to this game. We saw this stuff in Lords of Waterdeep and its expansion, and other games have these negative tokens. I tend to like this sort of thing in games, where there's a great reward, but it comes at a slightly negative cost, and it's tempting. Basically, this should have been called Tidal Blades Temptation. You know, as you go in there and you're like, I want this really good stuff, but I'll take some of these tokens for it. It also opens up another board. And I think having a little bit more open space in Tidal Blades is fine. I never felt like Tidal Blades is a thing about, I'm going to go to these spots so you can't. That always felt, that doesn't seem to be the focus of Tidal Blades, so having 3 more spots to go to. Honestly, this is one of those expansions you can put in the game and you don't have to pull out. When I teach new people the game, I just throw this in. They don't even know that it's any different. There's just here's one of the boards that you go to. So I would imagine that many people want the new character. Hey, it's a non-human, cool-looking amphibian, free-spirited, blah, blah, blah character. That's cool. But for me, it's the outcast tokens and the extra stuff that make this game better, or this expansion better. So if you like Tidal Blades, like I said, kind of a must-have. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment approved.